that commitment though, like I always talk about the color purple, and when Celie pointed that finger and said, "Ain't no good gonna come to you until you do right by me," that is real.
Yeah.
And so, what happens when you actually do right by the woman you love? What happens when you actually do right, by your wife? For me, my life has done nothing but go up, 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 up. So I always say to myself, like, why would I ever go backwards?
He's siphoning her, just using her for her energy. Welcome back to the cult. My name is Naomi, and you're watching my channel, Saint to Siren. Subscribe and hit the notification bell because it's time to win. Now, I just want to put out a disclaimer. I have not watched every video of Charlemagne the God going on his apology tour for cheating on his wife. And I also want to say, if the man says he loves his wife, then we respect it. And we believe that he truly does love his wife. But I just want to point out something interesting. In watching all the videos that I have seen, the main summary in his realizations, in his epiphany, is when he became faithful, when he finally decided to have fidelity for his wife, for his marriage, the increase, the blessings he experienced while maintaining fidelity for his wife. And although that sounds great, right? It's like, finally he realized what fidelity brings in a marriage. I want to point out that it's very transactional. And in my opinion, it does not scream love for his wife. All right. What it actually says to me, reading it, in my opinion, is that he's just siphoning, being loyal, finally respecting his wife's energy. He is siphoning it, and it's actually being positive. It's actually good for him, versus when he was just disrespecting her, that energy of hers was disrespecting him in turn. Okay. I'm quite sure she's a siren, just because he can realize those benefits as he finally is respecting her. And how do I come across that notion? Again, his statement is transactional. He is saying it for benefits of him when he's finally loyal and has fidelity for his marriage, how it benefits him. He is not saying, I want to have fidelity for my wife. I want to be respectful for my marriage because I love my wife, period. I noticed how having respect for my marriage has made my wife blossom, made her happier. Maybe she lost weight because the stress that I was putting on her raised her cortisol. And now that she can relax and actually trust me, her beauty has increased, her happiness, maybe her money has increased. I have not heard him in the videos I watched. I have not heard him say anything of that nature, anything that benefits the wife, only what benefits him.
You do right by your wife, and especially, if you've been a person that wasn't doing right by their wife, you out there messing with a bunch of different women and all that type of stuff. When you cut all of that out and you just focus your energy on that person that loves you no matter what, unconditionally, your life will skyrocket.
Why do you say that?
Because it's true.
Men are world builders. You got to watch out for this. They have been conditioned, been raised in patriarchy to have a predator mindset. When they go out into the world, they look around and say, what can benefit me? Or who can benefit me? Patriarchy has put in place for women to be groomed, to be raised in a prey mindset to benefit the man. So instead of the man paying for a prostitute, a maid, and a cook, he has it all in one in a marriage where she can be a slave. Now, there's one question you can ask the man in your life, lover, boyfriend, husband, to see if he is a hidden enemy or he is actually an ally, someone you can be safe with. It's just ask him one simple question. What do you like about me? Or if you're at a more serious level, what do you love about me? If his responses are transactional, then he just wants to put you to work. As in, I love how you cook. I love how you clean the house. I love how you take care of the kids. I love how you support me. Those are things that benefit him. But what about attributes, assets that just describe you? You'll know if he's safe if he's saying things like, you are beautiful, you are smart, I love how you are disciplined. Things of that nature, only statements that stop with you. Now it's important that you ask this question because it's an indicator of how healthy you'll be in your relationship, in your marriage. If he's answering in a transactional way, what happens if you get pregnant or if you become sick? If you can't do those things that he likes or loves about you, what happens to you then? And you can look this up on Google. 21% of heterosexual marriages end in divorce when the wife becomes critically ill, versus 3% end in divorce when the husband becomes ill. So in actuality, it's women who have to be very choosy on if they want to be married or not. Because when a man is married to us, his life increases. He gets more years added to his life, versus when a woman gets married, her life decreases. Even if the marriage is subpar, the man's life will increase while the woman's life decreases. And I have a working theory. And it's based on testosterone and oxytocin. I feel like testosterone, while it benefits men to become more physical and more, I'll say, world building, want to conquer, right? War, want to expand, right? Want to expand his life, his family, expand what he has. I believe a side effect that happens is a decrease in confidence, as in he has to, if he can get as many women as he can, as much money, and as many materials that suggest his prosperity and his wealth, that's what boosts his confidence.
I feel like that often, like I'm not deserving of any of the love, honestly, truth be told. Like I'm not one of these people that's like, yeah, you gotta love me. I know why you love me, I really don't.
Versus with oxytocin for women, oxytocin dominant, we're very internally strong to have the babies, to be able to bond with the babies, to be able to bond with each other. And that leads us to always having the confidence, even if there's nothing around us to indicate that we should be confident. We have this natural instilled confidence in each other, and this naturally instilled confidence to give each other, to give our man that we're with, to make us stronger in the times where there are no indicators to say such can be true. So I just want to say, women, we are the sauce. We are the alpha. We are the backbone. There is no Obama without Michelle. And we have to be very choosy. I'm not saying with men, because people change, but I'm saying that what type of lifestyle we enter into. What you have to come to realize is that babies and marriage are not indicators of success. They are not measures of how well you're doing in life for a woman. They're actually just lifestyle choices. If you make this lifestyle choice, just know you're running the risk of dying early, of becoming a slave to a man, and a decrease in overall happiness. If you choose to have a baby, you could be left alone. If you choose to be married, that does not mean that you will have fidelity. That does not mean that it will be happiness. Versus when a man enters those covenants with a woman, he does not have to suffer the physical penalties of having a child, right? We lose teeth, we can lose our life, we can lose our hair, we lose our figure. They do not lose anything. They can go on and live life in their natural hormonal state, and if they want to leave, guess what? They don't leave with the kids. They just, that's for her, and I'll just pay child support and see the kid on the weekends, right? Or in a marriage, their life 10X's, because we will remind them you need to take a shower, you need to wash your clothes, and all they need to do is just go to work, while we have to go to work in this day and age and take care of the home and the kids and the fee, all of that stuff still gets put on us. That's why the 50-50 argument is laughable, because you're just talking about finances. Men are not talking about household responsibilities. They are not talking about emotional intelligence. One thing that really used to like piss me off was when I was hearing one of my friends' husbands say, "Just tell me what you want me to clean. Can you look around and just help me?" Weaponized incompetence is what kills women. What I've experienced and what I've seen is that men will purposely do something wrong, right? Just so we can say, don't do it, I'll do it. So they don't have to do it. Men are not slow. Men are not simple. They are strategic, and they are world builders, and they will do whatever it takes, and they'll live with a woman who they hate if it makes their life easier. So do not fall for that. Men are simple. Oh, they're slow. They're not slow, because they get it together in those video games. They get it together when they're really focused on wanting to achieve a goal. Oh, you don't have to tell them nothing. You're telling me that they can build whole companies. They can go out here and get money and resources, but you as a woman have to tell them what to clean up. Don't fall for that. So I'll leave you with this. It's imperative that you ask that man, what does he like, or what does he love about you, so you can see where his mindset is about you. Does he want to make you a slave and just get free labor off of you? Or does he truly care about you and want to see you glow and bloom and blossom alongside of him? Does he want to nurture you and take care of you? Or is he just trying to use you, siphon you for your energy, for your life force? Because your life literally depends on it.